Hello, my name's Michael Conneely, and this video is focusing on those of us who have the nodes of the moon in Vedic Scorpio or Taurus, and indeed any planet in Vedic Scorpio or Taurus. You see, the nodes of the moon in the heavens are transiting those two signs now. This is actually video 5 of our December 2021 Star Wheel Astrology and Healing newsletter. And it's all about the transit of Ketu, the south node, through Vedic Scorpio now, and Rahu, the north node, through Vedic Taurus now. So the transit of the nodes through Vedic Scorpio and Taurus will activate any planet that is within those two signs in your birth chart, especially if you have your own natal nodes of the moon in Vedic Scorpio or Vedic Taurus. Basically, the message is that especially if you have the nodes of the moon in those two signs, you absolutely must embrace your proper incarnational life purpose and destiny at this time. And if you don't, you'll live a life of unfulfilled tension, unreal sense of self, and failed incarnational life purpose. And it isn't just for those who have their nodes of the moon in those two signs. As I said, it's for those of us who have any of our planets in Vedic Scorpio or Vedic Taurus, because it is the destiny indicator nodes of the moon that are now transiting through those two signs. Okay, a twist to the tale is that come April 2022, the nodes will complete their 18-month transit through Scorpio and Taurus and will enter the next axis. Those with planets in Libra and Aries will, from April 22, experience the fated and destined impetus. They will be feeling that now. And so what I would say is that if you do have planets in Scorpio or Libra, Taurus or Aries, get in touch with me for a reading. The reading will encompass your incarnational life purpose and destiny. And of course it will also bring in the usual full natal chart interpretation reading and the year ahead predictive reading. And I want to say that all my readings are very expert and very prepared, and all of them incorporate Western psychodynamic astrology, Western evolutionary astrology, and the vastness and wonders of Vedic astrology. So if you have planets, especially the nodes of the moon, in Vedic Scorpio or Vedic Taurus, this is a time of huge evolutionary tension for you. And if you have planets in Vedic Libra or Aries, you'll be feeling the tension already. You must now prepare for the major shift that is coming. Your once every 18-year nodal return. So I hope I've managed to explain the importance of getting a fully qualified reading at this time if you have planets in any of those 4 signs. You see, the point is that Vedic astrology is different from Western astrology. Western astrology is essentially the astrology of our egoic self and of the unfoldment through time in our lifetime of our awareness and management of our egoic self, of the extent to which we can bring spiritual awareness to it. And because it's egoic self-orientated, Western astrology uses the tropical zodiac. And the tropical zodiac is based on where the sun is on the day of the vernal equinox, the first day of spring. And that is the anchor point of the tropical zodiac of Western astrology, because the sun is supremely the statement of our egoic self. But Vedic astrology is completely different. Vedic astrology is not at all orientated to the statement of our egoic self. It is orientated to our fate, our destiny, our incarnational life purpose. And so Vedic astrology must use a different zodiac, the sidereal zodiac. And if you do use the tropical zodiac for Vedic astrology, well, so much of the utterance goes wrong. And particularly, I would mention, tropical zodiac knows nothing of the all-important 3 Gandanta zones, those points of immateriality that occur at each transition point of water sign to fire sign, Pisces to Aries, Cancer to Leo, Scorpio to Sagittarius. And indeed, it was reading about the meaning of the Gandanta zones that converted me to add Vedic astrology to my Western astrology expertise 26 years ago. And that's because my moon is in the Pisces Gandanta zone at the very end of Vedic Pisces. And in one sentence, the statement of what it means to have moon in the Pisces Gandanta said the whole of my start in life, the whole of my incarnational life purpose. And my point is that Western astrology knew nothing of that. Now, Western astrology is supremely valuable. You know, the chart aspect shapes of psychodynamic Western astrology are sublime illumination as to our egoic self. The nature versus nurture statement, which I can give you in a psychodynamic Western astrology reading, is so useful. So I'm not in any way devaluing Western astrology, but I am saying that Vedic astrology offers dimensions of vastness beyond the Western astrology statement. Western astrology says things that Vedic astrology can't encompass. You need both. And so in my readings and in my courses, the teaching of my courses, I always encompass Vedic astrology with Western psychodynamic astrology crossover. And so if you do have planets where Ketu is transiting Vedic Scorpio now, Vedic Libra from April next year, Vedic Taurus now, and Vedic Aries from April next year. That's where Rahu, the North Node, is transiting. Do get in touch with me for a reading, because it will be so helpful to have a statement of what the tension is to maybe alter the course of your life or your sense of yourself to most greatly fulfill your destiny. Because the nodes of the moon are travelling across your natal nodes of the moon, or because the destiny-orientated nodes of the moon are transiting across planets that you have in any of those 4 signs. So go to my Star Wheel Astrology buy page, Star Wheel Astrology website buy page, and order a reading from me. Or, of course, you can enroll for one of our wonderful courses on the Master Vedic Astrology website. And all our courses involve a full learning about your Vedic astrology, but with every option for Western astrology crossover. So they're so wonderful. They're correspondence courses that are completely individual to you, completely caring. I feel they are such an exceptionally good package. So get in touch with me for a reading, or get in touch with me or one of the other tutors on our Master Vedic Astrology website. Thank you.